Hi, I'm Saeed. Okay? All right. Today we'll be talking about levels of management or management hierarchy. All right. This is part one, levels of management. I will have three other parts. Okay? These three other parts are related to the levels of management. It just takes longer to explain, so I'm going to divide three other lessons. So please subscribe so you won't miss those other parts. As you can see, we're going to have for next lesson in part two, I'm going to discuss the role and functions of every employee in an organization. Okay? And then there will be part three that will talk about education, skills, knowledge, and experience. Okay? And the last part, which is part four, it is going to be about who are those managers, their personality, their work, professional work, and personal lifestyle. I created a pyramid so you can notice upper level, middle level, and lower level. We're going to discuss this. There are some other formats of an organization chart that looks like this. I'm going to write down some business words that you need to know, such as an organization, employees, employer, workforce, and workplace. So the organization is the employer that hire or fire employees. Okay? That organization. Usually it's the CEO who has the power to hire or fire an employee. Okay? Because he is the chief executive officer. And you have employees, workers. When there's a job offer, someone would apply for a job and then they get hired. So they are employee of an organization. And then the workforce. Workforce is for the whole organization. It has a workforce, including all managers, all employees of an organization. And then the workplace. The workplace is where people work. It could be a warehouse, a building, an office, wherever. It's a workplace, okay? So this, it's good to know. Very good. This pyramid-shaped organizational chart has three levels. You can see top level, which is the upper level, the middle level, and the lower level. We're gonna discuss each level one by one. At the top of this chart, we have president or CEO. It can be also one person who is the president and the CEO of the organization. Usually the president or the CEO, but not always, is the founder and the owner of that organization. Okay? The CEO has a mission and has a vision of the organization. Okay? They can implement objectives, strategies of that organization, and they can also hire, fire, and manage all employees of the company. You got that? Okay? Very good. In this top level, which is the upper level, we have what we call the C level. It starts with C. That stands for chief. So for the CEO is the Chief Executive Officer. And then we have the CFO, the Chief Finance Officer, the COO, Chief Operations Officer. And then we have the CTO is the Chief of Technology Officer. And then we have CMO, which is Chief Marketing Officer. Okay? These 5 C's are the upper level in an organization. Sometimes that organization could have a vice president, VP. The role of a VP, vice president, is sometimes to replace the president or the CEO when they are absent. Okay? So the CEO gave them delegation to do the job, to control the whole organization. Okay? Sometimes you have a VP, sometimes you have several VPs. VP of marketing, VP of technology, etc. This job titles or position is for a big corporation, a large organization. But a small business does not need these positions. They usually have the CEO, general manager, and other managers. Okay? So we are going to give overall picture of the chart of an organization. Okay? The most used. Now, at the same level, we have directors. Director of marketing, director of accounting, etc. And the general manager. Sometimes the general manager is considered top manager. He can make decisions as the CEO and all the C levels positions. Okay? So now you got an idea about the upper level. Okay? Let's move to the next level, which is the middle level. The middle level, they have many managers. Managers of accounting, manager of marketing, branch manager, plant manager, supply chain manager, operations manager, project manager, and customer service manager. So these managers are in the middle level. Okay? The difference between middle level and upper level is about responsibilities, about the volume of the work they have. Okay? They can also manage employees, but they have limited power. Usually the upper manager are the people who make the final decision. Okay? When the managers of middle level make decision, they have first to get an opinion of the upper level. If they agree or they don't agree. If they agree, they can then apply that decision. If they don't, they cannot. Okay? That's the difference. Why? Because they are in the middle level. Okay? Now, yeah, also please subscribe. I'm gonna have more lessons in business management. Okay? And you can also tell me in comment section what you would like to learn. I know so many things about databases, information technology, marketing, you name it. Okay? One more thing I would like to share with you is that employees who are at the lower level in an organization should not be mistreated. It's unfair. It's even illegal in terms of business law. So normally, these people should be respected because everyone in an organization is important. Okay? All employees should be treated the same way as other levels. That is very important. You know why? Because I don't really like some organizations when they really take care of their customers, but they do not take care of their employees, which is wrong. 100% wrong. You know, I have about 25 years experience in business, and I always respect everyone in an organization and, other relationships. That's the way it should be, okay? So normally these people, everyone, all employees are the asset of the organization. So this should be treated in the same way, okay? I'm gonna have another lesson in human resources management. I'll be talking about more details, okay? At the lower level, we have also some managers, but they call them first lane managers, okay? This level, they cannot make the company decision, but they have limited power toward some employees. They can make decision about them, or products, or customers, or vendors, but they also have to let the middle level know, the other managers level, when they make decisions, okay? So basically it goes from the bottom to the middle to the upper level. All the information that this level has should be shared with middle level, and then the middle level will share that information with upper level managers, okay? So it's shared information. But the difference between all these three levels, the top level, middle level, and the lower level, is about responsibility, about the volume of jobs, about their skills, education, experience. So these people are more experienced than the middle and lower level. In the meantime, the middle level managers are more experienced and educated than the lower level, etc. So basically, the lower level are the people who are hired first time. They just graduated from college. They need to learn skills. They need to learn how to do their jobs. Okay? Of course, anyone of this lower level can get to upper level, which is the middle level, or even to top level. But they have to have experience. They have to have, skills, more skills. And there are many factors that determine each level. Okay? We're going to discuss this when I post other lessons soon. Okay? So let's continue. This lower level of management, which is called first lane managers, you have basically a store manager, office manager, supervisors, team leaders, coordinators, and foreperson. These are managers. I told you they have limited power toward employees, okay? But they still, their manager, their boss. Any other employee should report to this level. And the lower level will report to the middle level. The middle level will report to the upper level, etc. It's about power of duties, okay? And lastly, at the bottom of the lower level, I put clerks, receptionists, contractors, associates, labor, and cashier. These people who are in entry level, okay? Some of them are paid hourly rate, some of them work part-time, and others work full-time. Contractors are the people who work as a temporary position. They can work for 3 months, for 6 months, or for the whole year. Sometimes they can even have a contract of 2, 3, 5 years, okay? But they're still under the payroll of the staffing company, not our organization. They get paid through the staffing agency, okay, when they get hired. So basically, they are considered employees, but the kind of responsibility belongs to the staffing companies. Don't forget to subscribe for the upcoming lessons, okay? And also, please leave your comments. Tell me what you think about this lesson. And also, if you have questions regarding what you would like to learn in business, I can provide you with many skills from database, from information technology, human resources, marketing, etc. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.